Samurai Doggy issue number 4 from Aftershock Comics. So yeah, I think I've done one review for this series for sure. Maybe I've done two. I don't know, but it's something that I've been reading. I've been enjoying it. The artwork is just really really good. Like I love the artwork. The fighting scenes are awesome. Coloring is great. The I like the world building. But even with all that, I will say that the series has been just kind of cliche. Like it hasn't really done anything unique or shocking. But that all changes in this issue. So, the basic story for anyone who's not familiar with Samurai Doggy, I mean, you can go read one of my reviews for it. But basically, Samurai Doggy, when he was born, he had a bunch of brothers and sisters. His mom was murdered in front of him, and all his siblings were kidnapped. And he tried to save them, and he was dealt a blow that would have killed him if not for this robotic raven that saved his life and raised him. And now he's on this quest to avenge his family as well as try to track down any of his siblings. And lately he came across this city where he bumps into this little kid, and the little kid basically says, I can help you. Like I can show you to where you need to go for clues or whatever, but I want something in return. Basically, there's this fair that's nearby, and there's this Ferris wheel, and I want to go on it, but I'm never allowed to. For some reason, they're not allowing like people like me to go on. And it turns out that what it is that the Ferris wheel, they're actually selling drugs there. So it's like this cool little thing where you show up, and then the guy at the front, you tell him what kind of drugs you want, and then there's a specific little Ferris wheel bubble that you go into, and inside there is a drug dealer with your specific drug that you want, and that's how they do exchanges. So that's why they're not allowing like the kid on and stuff like that. So Samurai Doggy discovers this, and he fights them off, and that's kind of where this issue starts. It starts with him chasing off the last of these gangsters. And the kid's excited. He's like, that's awesome. Like, I finally get to go on the ride. And he goes inside the ride. He goes inside one of the little bubbles. And the people there are cheering for Samurai Doggy. And they force him into one of the bubbles as well. So he's going on this Ferris wheel. And we just kind of have this montage moment of him having fun with this kid. So it's like all his life, he's been spent training and fighting and just on this quest for revenge. He's never really had a chance to kind of just slow down and just appreciate life. And so the first half of this is him just being able to do that with this kid. So he goes on the Ferris wheel, and he's able to like look at the city and all these, the surroundings and stuff like that. Looks pretty cool. And afterwards he goes and he takes the kid to, get some cotton candy and stuff. Yeah, the kid's just basically talking about how this is the best time he's ever had. He's finally gotten to enjoy his life. And the kid's like, all right, I'll live up to my end of the deal. And he's like, okay. He takes him through the city. He takes him up to this building. He's like, all right, you see that giant building over there? That's where the Mutts live. And Samurai Doggy's like, okay, that's where I can get my revenge. And the Raven robot, his buddy, basically says, hey, it's late. How about you accompany the kid to the house? Accompany him to his house so that, because it's late, it's dangerous out here. And the kid even offers, hey, how about you stay the night? Because, you've done a huge favor for me. And the least I can do other than just show you where the Mutts live is I can give you food and shelter for the night. So they're just conversing as they arrive to the boy's house. And that's when they realize, hey, like we've never introduce ourselves. Like we don't even know each other's names. So the kid knocks on his door, and as he's waiting for his mom to open it up, everyone introduces themselves. So the Raven is named Ray. Samurai Doggy is just named Doggy. And the kid's like, oh, my name is... And then that's when we just have a huge mood whiplash. So half of this has just been like this lighthearted, whimsical moment between Samurai Doggy and this kid. And they're just about to, they've gone and they've had this huge blast. They've had a great, fun day. And just as they're about to formally introduce themselves, the kid's mother opens up the door sees her son and this doggy just as this giant mech leg comes and smashes the kid and pulverizes him to death. Yeah. It's just a huge mood whiplash. It's just like I wasn't even expecting that. It's just because you get this like huge close up of this kid smiling, the mom opening up the door to, to greet them, and then bam, the very next page, giant mech foot squashes the kid. You just see blood shooting out from under its foot. The mom screams out her son's name, and Doggy and Ray are just looking on in horror, like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? It even takes like the mom a moment where like blood just flies and splatters on her face, and then that's when she realizes, holy crap, my son was just killed in front of me. And yeah, it reminds me very much of, I guess I'll just say Chainsaw Man in that sense. I know it's like, obviously stuff like this has been done before, but Chainsaw Man, especially Part 2, has kind of mastered this technique where you have just a lot, well, actually Part 1 did it too, where you just have like this lighthearted, fun, whimsical moment where things are like good and lighthearted, and people are making friends and stuff, and then the very next chapter, just terrible stuff happens. Or like these two characters are finally making progress. Looks like maybe a relationship is going to happen or something. And then boom, something happens. Like someone gets killed, someone gets brutally murdered, someone turns out to actually be a villain, and they're not who they say they are. Like just a complete 180. And that's what this issue does. It's just happy, whimsical, fun times with Samurai Doggy and this child at the fair. And then, they're introducing themselves, and just bam, giant mech foot out of nowhere just comes flying from off the page, smashes this kid, pulverizes him in front of his new friend and his mom, and and that's not even the entire issue. We still got half an issue to go, and I don't want to spoil the rest. There's like a pretty interesting cliffhanger at the end. I'll just say that. But I will just say that the rest of this is just a really great fight scene. Like the fight scene in this series has been just really awesome so far. So yeah, my one complaint about this series was that it just felt very cliche and predictable. Like I said in the beginning, like everything is great. Like I love the artwork. I love just the designs for the characters and the world. I like the world building, the fight scenes. Like even the pacing is good. Like everything is good. It's just, it kind of just feels like Afro Samurai or something. Like it's a story that I've read so many times before. It's not doing anything new. Everything is kind of predictable. You can kind of guess where it's going next. And then this issue is like, okay, that's our problem. We're going to fix that. We're going to just pull the rug out from under you. And it did. I was not expecting this kid to be brutally murdered the way he was. So yeah, my one issue for this series, and it got addressed, so that's good. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot more. Really good fight scene, really cool cliffhanger. I'm not going to spoil any of that though, because I do want you to go check it out. If you haven't picked up the series yet, do it. It's awesome. Like Samurai Doggy is really, really good. It's fun, it's entertaining, artwork is great, and it has a writer that's willing to do things that I'm not really seeing in other Western comics. I mean, how many other Western comics do you see a child get brutally murdered in front of its mom and new friend? Like usually, like child murderers are kind of like taboo when it comes to media and stuff. But no, this series just pulls it right out there. So yeah, go check it out. I enjoyed it. It's good. Anyways, there you go. There's Samurai Doggy issue number 4 from Aftershock. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.